All right, hello, we're just letting everyone in. Welcome. Just give a few seconds for everyone to join. Okay, I feel good about getting started. Hi everyone, welcome. My name's Maddie Buck. I'm going to show you around our Gavel's latest product, the No Setup Automated Legal Forms. So I'm going to show you around, but first a little bit about me. I'm an attorney with experience at a large law firm in higher ed and in the Minnesota appellate space. And during that time, I became really frustrated with just the ways that law isn't accessible and was looking at all different ways to make it more accessible, including drawing legal illustrations. But the one that really caught my eye the most was document automation. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Gavel, that's what Gavel does, is document automation. As a tool for making the law more accessible to clients and to attorneys, just making it easier to draft documents. So that's how I found myself here at Gavel as Customer Success Manager. And I'm going to show you around today our newest product. So for those of you not familiar with Gavel, we are at our core a document automation platform. Document automation allows you to generate filled-in documents based on a questionnaire that you or your client fill out, and the questionnaire and your documents are set up beforehand based on rules and logic. Gavel is the tool that allows you to do this. I find that a lot of attorneys think this is fun and really enjoy using the tool to build it because it's kind of rules-based, which the law ideally is. But then there's some people who are just not interested in doing that or just want to speed the process up. And those are the people that we have built this new product for, the No Setup Automated Legal Forms. And that's what I'm going to show you today. So I'm going to just start out here and share my screen and show you what I'm talking about. So sharing my screen here. Okay, so if you go to, let's start out from very scratch. We go to Gavel's website and go to resources, and you can choose No Setup Automated Forms or specifically to any of the specific ones. You can get to our library here of these No Setup Automated Legal Forms that we've already created for you. We've set the rules. These are the documents relevant to whatever it is that it is set up for, and they're ready to use right now. Which is awesome. All right, so I'm going to show you what it looks like to run one of these. I want to look at, so first what you can do is you can search here. You can also filter. So I'm going to filter by the jurisdiction. We've started out with California and estate planning, probate, and family law areas. So I'm going to do estate planning and filter here. You see it's filtering. And I want to look at a specific one. We found that these estate planning packages are really popular, but I'm going to show you a shorter one. For now, you can always come and check this out yourself too, which is awesome. The beauty of this way this is set up. So you can go here and click try the workflow. And this is going to allow you to, I want to actually do it in a new tab. This is going to allow you to just start filling this out and generate a document from here if you want to. So this is, if you're not familiar with Gavel, this is what it looks like to fill out one of these questionnaires. Depending on how I answer these, different questions might appear. It's all set up conditionally depending on what is needed for the documents. So I'm just going to fill this out. I'm filling in with dummy data. Obviously, you're going to use information that makes sense. Keep filling this out here. When you have certain types of questions, there's a review page. So actually, I want to add another pet. My dog's name is Bjorn Canute. This is for real. I actually have a dog named Bjorn Canute. And I'm going to do the rest of it as dummy data. Okay, and continue along. And then I can fill out the rest of these questions. This workflow isn't too long, so hopefully it's not too boring to watch me. Okay. And as you can see there, look, different questions are appearing depending on what I choose. And so it's set up this way. With Gavel, you can set the logic so that questions and data appear in different ways based on the rules that you set. All right, so we're getting close to the end. All right. And we want 24 hours of minimum human contact for these pets. I have high expectations, I guess. Okay, so I'm on my review page here. This is where I can make any changes I want to before I generate the documents. This is the default for any Gavel workflows. Workflow is our term for questionnaire that generates documents. So sometimes I use that term. So then now I can just generate the document that I want. And it's going to show up as a Word document. So I'm going to have to share that for you. There we go. So hopefully you can see that Word document. It generated the pet trust for this pet called Lester, and it put in all of the terms that I needed, just like that. So that's the basic concept, and I'm going to take you back to where I was here. And what I was showing you here was that from our library, you can click Try Workflow, and you can generate the documents that you need from here, from this library page, if you want to. It's a great way to test the workflows out, or if you just maybe only want a pet trust once and it's not relevant to have on your Gavel account, like that's an option for you. But say you want to be able to use these over and over again, or maybe you want to make edits and grab the documents again. That's when you would want to make sure that one of these is on your account. And so the way that you do that is you can click Add to My Account, and you can fill this out, your information. It automatically puts in the name and then your subdomain. So it'd be like my law firm, maddiebuck.gavel.io. Just put in the Maddie Buck part. And then request access, and it'll be on your account at some point during the day. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. So share a different screen. Oh, by the way, I kind of zoomed in at the beginning, but if you have questions, you can feel free to put them in chat, and then we'll have a moment to talk them over in a little bit. Okay, so now here I am. This is my Gavel account. If you've never seen the Gavel account before, this is what it looks like when you log in. You have your workflows, your questionnaires with documents here. These are all ones that I have requested from the library and that have been added to my account. So they're available to me here. And the way that I fill one of these out once it's on my account is like this. I'm going to do this probate one. I'm going to click Run. And I can see here what documents are attached to this workflow. And I'm just going to start filling it out. Find the dummy data. There we go. And again, this one has, see, there's a conditional question that appears depending on how I answer the questions. And I just keep going. It's the same process as what I showed you before, but this time it's on my account. So the data is being kept on my account so that I can come back later and make changes if I need to really easily. And so say, I'm just going to stop there for now, and say I want to go, like, say I leave. I'm going to X out of it to really show you. Okay. Say I leave that there, and then I want to come back later and work on it again. I can go to Data Manager, and then I can go, was the petition to initiate probate. Here we go. This is the one that I was working on before. I can open up, and then I can continue from where I left off. So then I can keep going here, keep filling out the documents, and the end, I will keep filling this one out. This one has a lot of questions because there are a lot of potential documents that it's going to help you set up. We've set these up, so we've added the logic and all of the necessary questions based on the fillable PDFs that are needed for initiating probate in California. Okay. And actually, I'm going to skip a few questions just to speed up the process to get to the end. Okay, so here's my review page just before it's grouped together so I can find things quickly if I need to make changes. Go down to the bottom and generate the documents. There's a few PDFs that are going to come out here, so it may take a second to look around while we're waiting for that. Just show you that The other nice thing about having these on your account is that you can use the data manager to see all the times that you filled this out. So I can go back and check out all of my clients who I've done this for. If I need to, like someone I'm not working with someone anymore and I don't need to have record of them anymore, I can delete them also. So I can do delete and I will no longer have them in my account. That's an option. All right, so we go back here and now we have generated all of those documents for probate that I need here for the initiating probate. I can download these as a zip file if I want. And I can also just open them one by one and download them. So we can start with this one right here, and we can see that it's been filled out. I skipped over some of the questions, so there are fields that aren't filled out in this case just because I was going quickly. But you see that we've already set these up for you and they're just ready to go, which is great. Saves you a lot of time so you don't have to build them yourself. I will also show you here, what did we actually do? Like, how did we build these? We used all of the tools available to anyone to build in Gavel. We've just done them already for you. So if I want to look at, like, let's look at another estate planning one. I can go in here, and this is the editing side of things. If I wanted to delete this first page, this introductory page, I could do that, click delete and then save. And then I can see here all of the questions that we've asked. And just to give you a real brief, if you haven't seen any of this before, this is just what the back end of one of these looks like. We see here all of the documents, in this case, just one, the logic, if there is any, not on this one, but there is on the other ones. There are also some customizing that you may want to do once you have these on your account. You may want to adjust the messaging for that last page that says, here are your documents. Maybe you want to say something different, or maybe you want to set up some integrations, connect your workflow to Zapier. We see people doing that kind of thing all of the time. So you would not be the first to do that, and we would be happy to help you. Okay, so that is the basic concept of these no setup automated forms. They're already here. You don't need to edit them. They're really nicely put together. Really exciting to have them on your account already. And yeah, I think that those were the points that I wanted to touch. So I'm gonna open this up to any questions if anyone has them. And oh yes, but before that, let me actually go back here. So again, the way that you can find these is you can go to resources, you can go to no setup automated forms, get the full library, you can winnow it down to the ones that you want, request them to be added to your account. These are available on the pro tier. So if you're on the pro tier, then we can make sure they get onto your account. If you are not a Gavel user, you can sign up for Gavel. You can get started here, and then the free trial is a pro tier level, so you can also add them to your account during your free trial as well. All right, so that's all for now. Do we have any questions in the chat?
We do have a couple questions, Maddie. So Gary asked about if we can send a link to a client to have them fill out the workflow. And if they do, is there a way that their data can be saved so that they can review that or make edits or changes?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So that's the other beauty of having these onto your account instead of just using the test option. So this is the try option here, but once they're on your account, then you can use them like you would any workflow. So you can grab a link here. So I'm going to copy this workflow link. Let's do this one. And then I can send that to my client in an email or something like that. They can start filling this out, and then when they do, their data will be in my data manager. So just like before, I was showing you when I was filling this out, all the times that it's been filled out. If my client starts filling this out, they would have a new line here, and I would see the information that they've put in and as far along as they've gotten. So yeah, that's a great thing. We see a lot of people who are making their workflows client facing and setting it so that the client doesn't get the document, but the document is emailed to you, and then they don't have to do the input themselves. It's the client that's doing that, the data input. Okay, do we have any other questions?
believe Carlos has his hand raised. Carlos, would you like to ask a question?
Yeah, just curious about for the probate specifically. Are those forms updated whenever the Judicial Council makes changes to them, or how does that work with the workflow?
They're currently up to date right now because they're just out, and
Yeah.
we're keeping an eye on like when we need to update them. But if you ever see one that's out of date, just reach out and let us know, and we'll check into that.
Okay.
But the nice thing about them is that they have when they've been added to your account, you'll see on the first page like when they were last updated, so you can see, okay, this was updated on this date. I know that it's up to date. And if there were a new version, we would have to add that to your account afterwards.
Great. Thank you.
Let's see, I see a question from Jesse. Are these set up to be state specific and available for every state? So they are set up to be state specific. Currently, we have them set up for California. Here you can see here. That's what we have for now, and we're taking lots of requests for where we should go next. And also, it is possible to edit these for other states if you need to. Feel free to reach out. We're at help@gavel.io. If you're new, you can always book a demo with us and we can walk you through what Gavel is and how it can work for you. And thanks for coming today.